Franz Kafka. The name alone evokes a sense of mystery, of unease, of the absurd. His works are a labyrinth of the human psyche, a mirror reflecting the darkest corners of our minds. Born in 1883, this Prague-born writer remains one of the most influential figures in 20th century literature. His life and work are deeply intertwined with the city of Prague, a place that shaped his imagination and his stories. His works, often surreal and unsettling, delve into themes of alienation, guilt, and the complexities of human existence. They are a testament to the struggles of the individual against an indifferent and often hostile world. Kafka's writing is not for the faint of heart. It is a journey into the depths of despair and the heights of existential dread. It challenges, it provokes, it forces us to confront the absurdity of our own existence. It leaves you questioning the very fabric of reality, making you ponder the meaning of life and the nature of human suffering. Kafka's life was as complex and enigmatic as his literary creations. He was a man of contradictions, a solitary figure who longed for connection. He grappled with a domineering father, a demanding job, and a chronic illness. These personal struggles found their way into his writing, adding layers of depth and authenticity to his work. Yet, from these struggles emerged some of the most powerful and enduring works of literature. His ability to transform personal pain into universal themes is what makes his work so compelling. His stories, like The Metamorphosis and The Trial, are not just tales of individual suffering, but profound explorations of the human condition. They continue to resonate with readers worldwide, transcending cultural and temporal boundaries. Despite achieving literary immortality, Kafka remained a man shrouded in shadows. His inner turmoil and self-doubt were ever present, casting a long shadow over his life and work. He was a private individual, plagued by self-doubt and a sense of inadequacy. These feelings of inadequacy were a constant companion, influencing his relationships and his writing. He often felt misunderstood and isolated, a sentiment that permeates his work. He famously instructed his friend and literary executor, Max Brod, to burn all his unpublished manuscripts upon his death. This act of self-destruction was a final testament to his complex relationship with his own work. Thankfully, Brod disregarded his friend's wishes, recognizing the literary treasure trove he had been entrusted with. This decision ensured that Kafka's voice would continue to be heard long after his death. Kafka's legacy is one of profound influence. His unique style, characterized by stark prose and dreamlike scenarios, has inspired generations of writers. His exploration of existential themes continues to resonate with readers grappling with the complexities of the modern world. His work remains a beacon for those seeking to understand the human condition. His stories are not just literary works, but philosophical inquiries, challenging us to look deeper into ourselves and the world around us. Kafka's influence is timeless, a testament to the enduring power of his vision. Franz Kafka was born into a German-speaking Jewish family in Prague, then part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. His birth on July 3, 1883, marked the beginning of a life that would be deeply intertwined with the cultural and political complexities of his time. His childhood was shaped by the city's unique atmosphere, a blend of ancient history and burgeoning modernity. The cobblestone streets, the Gothic architecture, and the vibrant marketplaces all contributed to a rich tapestry of experiences that would later influence his literary works. This sense of cultural duality would later permeate his writing. The juxtaposition of old and new, tradition and innovation, became a recurring theme in his stories, reflecting the very essence of Prague itself. Dominating Kafka's early life was the imposing figure of his father, Hermann. A man of strong will and strict discipline, Hermann's authoritarian nature created a household atmosphere that was often tense and oppressive. A successful businessman, Hermann was a stern and authoritarian figure who cast a long shadow over his sensitive son. His expectations were high, and his approval was hard to earn, leaving young Franz in a constant state of anxiety and self-doubt. Kafka's difficult relationship with his father profoundly impacted his psyche and found expression in much of his writing. The themes of authority, guilt, and alienation that pervade his works can be traced back to this fraught paternal relationship. Despite the oppressive presence of his father, Kafka found solace in literature. Books became his refuge, a world where he could escape the harsh realities of his home life and explore the depths of his imagination. He excelled in school, displaying a keen intellect and a passion for storytelling. His academic achievements were a source of pride, but they also set him apart from his peers, further deepening his sense of isolation. He devoured the works of German and Czech writers, immersing himself in the world of literature. This voracious reading habit not only honed his literary skills, but also provided him with a broader perspective on the human condition. Kafka's Jewish heritage also played a significant role in shaping his worldview. Growing up in a Jewish family in a predominantly Christian society, he often felt like an outsider, a sentiment that would deeply influence his later works. He felt like an outsider, caught between the German and Czech cultures of Prague, and facing the growing anti-Semitism of the time. This cultural and religious tension added another layer of complexity to his already troubled existence. This sense of alienation and otherness would become a recurring theme in his writing. Kafka's works often explore the struggles of individuals who feel disconnected from society, reflecting his own lifelong feelings of isolation and estrangement. Kafka's literary output was relatively small, but its impact has been monumental. Despite publishing only a handful of novels and short stories during his lifetime, his work has left an indelible mark on literature and continues to be studied and revered to this day. His works are characterized by a unique blend of realism and the fantastic, often exploring themes of alienation, guilt, and the search for meaning in an absurd world. Kafka's writing delves deep into the human psyche, revealing the complexities and contradictions of modern existence. The Metamorphosis, perhaps his most famous work, tells the surreal story of Gregor Samsa, a traveling salesman who wakes up one morning transformed into a giant insect. This bizarre transformation serves as a powerful metaphor for the alienation and isolation that many individuals feel in their daily lives. The novella explores themes of isolation, family dysfunction, and the dehumanizing nature of modern society. Through Gregor's interactions with his family, Kafka paints a poignant picture of the struggles and sacrifices that come with being different in a conformist world. The trial plunges the reader into a nightmarish world of bureaucracy and paranoia. This novel is a chilling exploration of the faceless, oppressive systems that govern our lives and the helplessness one feels when caught in their web. Joseph K., a bank clerk, is arrested and prosecuted for an unknown crime. His journey through the labyrinthine legal system is a harrowing depiction of the absurdity and injustice that can pervade institutional structures. He navigates a labyrinthine legal system, desperately seeking justice, but ultimately succumbing to the absurdity of his situation. Kafka's portrayal of Joseph K.'s plight serves as a powerful critique of the dehumanizing effects of bureaucracy. The Castle, Kafka's unfinished masterpiece, follows the protagonist K as he attempts to gain access to a mysterious castle that represents authority and power. This novel delves into the elusive nature of truth and the often futile quest for understanding and acceptance. The novel explores themes of alienation, bureaucratic absurdity, and the elusive nature of truth. Through K's relentless pursuit, Kafka examines the often insurmountable barriers that stand between individuals and their goals. These works, along with his numerous short stories, diaries, and letters, cemented Kafka's reputation as a literary visionary. His ability to capture the essence of the human condition in such a profound and unsettling manner has ensured his place in the pantheon of great writers. His writing, often described as Kafkaesque, has become synonymous with the surreal, the unsettling, and the exploration of the human condition in its most existential form. Kafka's legacy continues to inspire and challenge readers, inviting them to confront the absurdities and complexities of their own lives. Franz Kafka's personal life was marked by a series of complex and often turbulent relationships. One of the most significant figures in his life was Felice Bauer, a woman he met in 1912 and with whom he conducted a passionate yet ultimately doomed 5-year correspondence. Felice, a bright and independent woman from Berlin, initially captivated Kafka's imagination. He poured his heart and soul into his letters to her, revealing his deepest fears, insecurities, and longings. Their relationship, however, remained largely epistolary, with infrequent and often awkward meetings highlighting the distance between their personalities and life goals. Kafka's letters to Felice are a testament to the intensity of his emotions. He oscillated between passionate declarations of love and agonizing self-doubt, questioning his worthiness of her affection and his ability to commit to a conventional relationship. The weight of Kafka's anxieties and self-imposed barriers ultimately proved too heavy for the relationship to bear. They became engaged twice, only for Kafka to break off the engagement, each time retreating further into himself and the solitary world of his writing.